Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You gotta tell them, though, that I sent you. You gotta tell them that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
The Sleeper Pick. The guy only you believe in. In 1 week fantasy football on DraftKings, he can be the difference. So trust your gut. Trust your numbers. Trust your Uncle Vito if you want. But know this, that sleeper is out there. The question is, who's going to play him? This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
To create your account, click on the banner link on the DougStewartShow.com or the Doug Stewart Show app. There's a storm coming! Ha ha! A firestorm. Get ready to raise your game because watching sports will never be the same. Introducing FireFan. It's a game changer. Finally, a sports app that puts you into the game. You predict the scores, you call the plays in real time while you watch and compete against sports heroes, celebrities, friends, family, or other die-hard fans. The more you call it, the more points you can achieve. Also, be a loyal fan and earn loyalty rewards. Don't miss the hottest app of the year, FireFan. Ignite your passion. Yeah! Yes, sir. Yeah. Register now at firefan.com today. Enter player rewards code TDSS. That's player rewards TDSS. Play the game, fan the fire, earn rewards. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. I forgot, man. I also, Saturday night, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show once again. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. One of my boys came in town from the crib, went to South Carolina State University with me. He was in town. His son is going to Georgia State on football scholarship, hopefully. And so we went out Saturday night for a couple hours, man, to this little cigar spot downtown. I really don't do cigars like that, but I did this time. And had a real good time. Had a couple of drinks, man, smoked on a couple cigars. And the thing about cigar smoking, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, is you have to find a place that's got good ventilation. Like, you can't. I've been in some cigar bars or whatever, man, and you walk out of there, you feel like you dying, like smoke is just engulfed your lungs, and you know you're not gonna get that smoke smell out of your skin for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. But this little spot we went to, man, downtown, and I can't even remember the name of it. It's right off of Spring Street. It's right across from the varsity. But anyway, new little spot, man. It was real cool. And smoked on a couple cigars. Had a couple of nice sticks, as they call them. One last note or one last mention about that Vikings-Cardinals game, man. Baller award to the Minnesota Vikings. The Cardinals gave up a 100-yard pick six and a 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the same damn game. Cardinals only lost by 6 despite that, though. But, I mean, incredible performance, incredible day for the Minnesota Vikings on yesterday as they get back on the winning side of things. Ball award to them and a Buster award. You give up 200-plus yard TDs in a game. Absolutely crazy. Ball award to Russell Wilson. Wilson caught his first career touchdown pass on Sunday thanks to a trick play that featured Doug Baldwin at quarterback. So ball award to him. He had done that before in college at Wisconsin. And a baller award to, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Let's give a ball award. We already gave one to Jameis Winston, who once again, Tampa Bay is 4-2 after a 1-3 start and recorded its most impressive win of the season in Kansas City on past Sunday. So ball award to Jameis Winston once again on the Doug Stewart Show. A couple of significant injuries on yesterday. I talked about A.J. Green at the start of the show, man, pulled his hamstring. They're saying he tore it, so he's probably done for the season. LaShawn McCoy went out of the game yesterday with a bum thumb and did not re-enter for the Buffalo Bills. Earl Thomas, safety for the Seattle Seahawks, tweaked his hamstring in the third quarter. Seems like he's had hamstring issues for a long, long time. Running back C.J. Prosise, who had been balling out of control, scored a long rushing touchdown on yesterday, went out with a scapular injury in the first half against the Eagles. Giovanni Bernard had an ACL tear. They're thinking that it's an ACL tear on yesterday. He had been doing pretty good, but suffered this injury in the game on yesterday, so he's going to miss the remainder of the season. I talked about the quarterbacks. Cody Kessler goes down for the Cleveland Browns, and Josh McCown came in there and also got hit as well. Ryan Matthews, who's always injured. We talked about Ryan Matthews. Maybe it was me and some friends talking about Ryan Matthews on how he can't stay healthy. Ryan Matthews left Sunday's game in the first half with a knee injury. Darren Sproles had some rib injuries as well. Leonard Floyd was taken off the field with a neck injury, former Georgia defensive end for the Chicago Bears. But he now has all movement in all of his extremities. So prayers for Leonard Floyd, who's a beast. I love that kid. I saw him play a couple of times this year, man. And for a rookie, man, he had been doing fantastic. Leotis McKelvin, the Philadelphia Eagles player for the Philadelphia Eagles, left the game against Seattle in the second half with a head injury. Drake Kirkpatrick, defensive back for the Cincinnati Bengals, suffered a knee injury, and that's pretty much it. Oh, Laramie Tunsil, the guard for the Miami Dolphins, got into all the controversy at the draft this year with the bong. He injured his shoulder late in the second quarter. The Dolphins never officially ruled him out. But he did not return to the field. He's the third Dolphins offensive lineman to get hurt in the past week. So that's tough. Tomatoes if you're a Washington or a Miami Dolphins fan. 404-382-0338. You can email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. I was about to read this message from Uncle Mike. He says, I understood them not going for two. They had lost like 6 in a row. They saw a chance and went for it. They still suck. And talking about Michigan State. From Corey, Broncos inquiry starters, running back, cornerback, defensive end, quarterback, one-game head coach, and defensive coordinator. Let's not talk injuries. Well, I mean, that's cliche as well. This time of the year, you know, everybody's hurt, as they always say. It's just who, you know, can keep the most players on the field healthy at this time of the year. Injuries start to stack up. That's why those bye weeks become so important. From Clay Dollar Bill Davis, I'm hearing Texas A&M is trying to find a reason to fire Kevin Sumlin too. Interesting. From Sandman, the Cougar Hunter in the chat room on Spreaker.com. I got Brady, Julio, and AJ on my fantasy team too. I was about to bust some ass with those three and going to miss AJ. Yeah, I don't want to even talk about fantasy football anymore. I don't even want to talk fantasy football no more. Speaking of which, once again, if you played in the Doug Stewart Show Weekly Fantasy Challenge on DraftKings, we sent out the invites already this morning to try to fill up the league. 40 spots, $5 per person. Top 5 pays. Tomorrow we'll review what happened this past week. I started out on the wrong foot. From the very first night, I had Cam Newton. I don't think he threw a touchdown. And, you know, doesn't it suck when you got a quarterback, man, and, you know, they get rushing touchdowns in the damn game. You pick this quarterback. Or they don't get any touchdowns at all. But we'll recap what happened in fantasy sports on the Doug Stewart Show League and the Doug Stewart Show TDSS Weekly Fantasy Challenge on DraftKings tomorrow. We'll get into that tomorrow after the Monday night game tonight. From Grego X Squad, LD House. So I encourage you to put all the hate aside and enjoy the greatness being displayed. Look around. There's not much left. Soon the NFL will compare to today's hip-hop. Nah, I'm not going to go that far. Today's hip-hop really does suck. The NFL is in a little down period right now. I don't know what's going on. And if you're referring to the New England Patriots, don't try to twist anybody's arm, convince anybody to pay attention to the cheating-ass New England Patriots. Please stop that, Grego. From Grego and the X Squad as well. Actually, Stafford is having a great season and keeping the heat off the coaches as well. He's talking about Jim Caldwell there in Detroit, who got another win on yesterday. Stafford's been looking fantastic. We mentioned that last week as well, how with no Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford has been playing better, not turning the ball over as much. And obviously people can, say that because he doesn't have this go-to target, he can spread the ball around more and include other players in the game plan. And, that's proven to be a successful thing. Detroit right now is at the top of the NFC North, which nobody saw that coming. I mean, especially with that great start that the Minnesota Vikings had. Nobody saw the Detroit Lions at the top of the NFC North. Right now followed or tied right now on record-wise with the Minnesota Vikings, the Packers, who lost again last night, and then the woeful Chicago Bears at the bottom of the NFC North division with a 2-8 record. Boy, y'all suck. Yeah. From LD from the D, Grego, it's pretty disturbing the love you have for the Patriots and Tom Brady. I'm going to just put that out there. That's the message that Grego is responding for. And I agree with LD from the D. It's very disturbing, sir, that you would openly root for a bunch of cheating bastards. I mean, what kind of message is that sending to your kids, Grego? That you root for a bunch of cheating bastards. From Sluggo X Squad, T-Dub, don't be like them Vikings fans win or if adversity strikes. What, are Vikings fans falling off the bandwagon because their team has been struggling over the last couple of weeks? Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening with the Minnesota Vikings? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. From LD from the D, thank you, Doug. Yeah, it is. And I mean, I go back and forth with Grego. We used to put Grego on the ball penis nominees every single week. That's the bust of the week in sports entertainment and beyond. If you're new to the show, Grego is one of the guys in the chat room. We appreciate your patronage, but he's this incessant, crazy, lunatical Tom Brady fan. And Bill Belichick fan and New England Patriots fan. And I don't think Grego's from New England. Grego, are you from New England? If you're from New England, then I'll give you a pass. If you're from that New England area, if you're from Boston or something like that, I think they consider Connecticut in the New England area. If you're from one of those places originally, I might give you a pass. Let me know in the chat room. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up next. I don't think so, though. I don't think it's...
The number one cheap rocket jersey firm.
Lonely Hearts Cafe.
Spicy conversations.
It's Vince Wright, the sports governor from Minnesota.
Mandela
Microwave.
Reggie Long, a.k.a. Dollars and Cents.
Kicking it with KC.
X-Go, give it to you. Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition